Hello everyone, this is Boricua Binks and welcome back to Let's Play the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, where we are continuing in the 5th case of the game, The Adventure of the Unspeakable Story. Now we are in the trial and I have a bad feeling about what's about to happen, so let's continue on. Alright, what do you want, Garendev?
Wonder if I might put in a word at this point.
Go ahead, Mr. Foreman.
Took a bally bullet to the knee in the Battle of My Wand, 1880, don't you know? Decorated for it and all that, but forced to retire from service, sadly. Course, a medal can never outshine the exploits of chaps like us on the battlefield.
Yes, Mr. Foreman, and what exactly is your point?
Carried on the battle after retirement, you see. The battle of daily life, if you like.
With a wife like yours, sure.
And here I am now, leading this small squadron. 6 men, all good and true. And we'll all go down together, you mark my words. One for all and all for one.
Oh boy. The ladies and gentlemen of the jury have reached agreement, have they? Already, of course. Is that what we are to understand? Well, Mr. Foreman, is that correct?
In a manner of speaking, yes. That is the Garendev squadron's position, sir.
What? No, it's too soon to make a judgment here.
Status report for the court, men. On the double.
His lordship insists on promptitude at all times, and that goes for making decisions, too. Oh. I think you'll find the truth is as clear as day now. I could reach out and touch it. Yeah, I don't know.
I wouldn't have left it in there, I just wouldn't. But in all honesty, I can't actually remember.
Sir. Situation clear. Stop. No room for doubt. Stop. Truth now undeniable. Stop. I am very sorry for brothers. They are unlucky. Very well. I now call upon each member of the jury to state his or her leaning in this matter. Announce your considered verdicts to the court.
Guilty.
Guilty.
Guilty. Guilty.
Guilty.
Guilty.
Guilty. Oh, his voice. Oh boy. Here we go. It does indeed appear that the jury is unanimous in its leaning already. That photograph. It must be the definitive evidence that Gregson mentioned. I gotta look at it. Hold on. Hold on. Is it this? Yeah. Okay, there's that. Is there anything else in particular? A.m. He doesn't have the gun? Where's his gun? Did she grab his gun? I don't know.
But Jenny didn't shoot him.
No, of course not. My lord, the defense wishes to assert its right to a summation examination. As usual. Very well, the court grants permission. So, you refuse to admit defeat again. How unsurprising. We shall proceed immediately with the summation examination. Mr. Foreman, are all members of the jury ready?
Absolutely, sir.
Absolutely, what?
Always ready for action, my chaps.
Very good. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will each explain on what grounds you have determined the defendant to be guilty. Here we go. Judicial findings. The jurors' contentions.
All the evidence clearly points the finger of guilt at this young pickpocketeen.
As a housemaid, I should like to see all filthy eyesores promptly and rigorously eliminated. I think you'll find that if you look at that photograph in stereo, the truth will just pop out. I'm sure we're gonna have to do that.
If I have left it in there, I should think there'll be repercussions by now.
Mind made up, stop. Global radio transmission of verdict to follow, stop. In motherland, we say never judge by clothes, judge by head. I am convinced brothers are innocent. So instead of like the V, he does like a W? What's with that mouse? Okay, the brothers have nothing to do with this. Well, I mean they do, but that's not what we're arguing about, sir. The circumstance of the crime and the evidence do indeed implicate the defendant rather comprehensively. The storeroom, locked from the inside, in which the victim and the accused were discovered alone. And in the accused's hand, the fatal revolver, the firing of which was heard by these witnesses.
Not to mention this print. Take it from a chap who's seen action on the battlefield. That young girl's on the verge of pulling the bally trigger.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Holmes.
Oh dear. Shirley's cameras were supposed to help, not hinder.
I'm afraid I think you have an uphill struggle ahead of you. But Gina didn't shoot Mr. Winterbank. Which means there's more to the situation that we've yet to see.
Agreed.
You have the floor, counsel. Proceed with the summation examination. All right. Let's do it. The defense's rebuttal. All right, time to press everybody.
Hold it!
You're Mr. Natsume's landlord, Mr. Garendev, aren't you? We really must stop meeting like this. You're gonna pretend you don't know me?
Ah, you're that lawyer chap. Well, there's a turn-up for the books. Yes, rather a turbulent time we had back then.
What's your wife up to these days? Is she in jail? Some extraordinary events took place at your house, that's for sure. Luckily, Mr. Holmes and I were able to get to the bottom of it all.
Ah,
I think we did rather a lot for you, didn't we? Yeah, we got your wife locked up. I mean, obviously. I wouldn't be suggesting that, therefore, you should change your leaning to not guilty or anything. Oh, Ryunosuke.
ha, can't be denied, I suppose. The curse of the Garendev house was the talk of the town after that business. Lodgers moved out, and I couldn't get a bally soul to take up the tenancies.
Oh.
Haven't had the heart to break the news to Joni yet. Bad enough that the old girl's clapped up.
Clapped up? In jail?
Yes, can't be denied. You did do rather a lot, but not for us, that's for dash certain.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't think you helped them, sir.
I suppose not.
Of course. There can be no suggestion of that being the reason I'm leaning towards guilty here, obviously.
Obviously, but honestly, I really wish he'd pay more attention to the trial and less to juror number 2.
Oh, is that who he's staring at? I was wondering what he looked so weird for. Okay, let's press her. We've seen you before.
Polishing the bench, I see. Again. A maid's work is never done. Not a blemish must remain. What exactly do you mean by filthy eyesores? On my way to market for his lordship, I have to pass through the East End. The place is full of beggars, pickpursers, and crossmen, the scum of the earth.
Wow. You would think someone in your lowly position would not judge others like that, but okay.
A little harsh, perhaps?
Let me be plain. If it were up to me, all those back slums would be made spick and span or eradicated. At least we have people like the great detective working to achieve these important goals. Oh, so you're a fan of Sherlock.
You're referring to Mr. Sherlock Holmes.
That's right. I like to keep abreast of his exploits by reading Vaughan's magazine in between my duties. He does wonders cleaning up London's streets. In my opinion, he should be declared an honorary maid of the capital. Oh my, Sherlock in a maid outfit. I'm sure there's fan art of that somewhere.
Mr. Holmes? A maid?
It's really quite unforgivable. Gutter scum, having the audacity to shoot our very greatest detective. But Gina didn't shoot him.
Minor detail, it was the 2 brothers in the stand who shot Mr. Holmes, not the defendant.
A minor detail indeed. They're all gutter scum as far as I'm concerned.
Well, it just might be an idea to get our facts straight anyway.
Yes, all right. I shall amend my statement. Okay. Those brothers are the scum of the earth. They should swing for shooting the great detective. Okay, so we have her talking about the brothers. I think that contradicts what the last guy said, Mr. Russian. Alright, you.
What do you mean, look at the photograph in stereo?
Sorry? What? Don't you know? If you look at the photographic print normally, it looks as though the pickpocket girl's about to shoot the victim, obviously.
But there's no indication that the defendant ever fired the gun.
All I'm saying is that if you look at the same print in stereo, it could reveal all sorts of new information.
By any chance, are you a fan of stereoscopes?
Ooh, how did you know? Because you're using one even though you're supposed to be paying attention to the trial, but whatever.
Let's call it a lucky guess.
It never gets old seeing the 2 prints merge into one before your eyes. It's extraordinary, it's captivating, it's the height of modernity.
Of course.
Oh yes, I think you'll find that the stereoscope here is here to stay. Giving us new perspectives we could only dream of before. It's the greatest invention the world has ever seen.
If only you could give me a new perspective on this case, I might agree with you.
Okay, you, Mr. Forgetful. What's up?
What exactly have you been muttering about all this time, sir? You keep talking about having left something somewhere or something like that.
Ah, so sorry. As you can probably tell, I'm a surgeon.
And you're not the old man from before?
A surgeon? That totally passed me by.
Of course, people conducting surgery in this country aren't considered to be doctors. Oh no. Even though me and my kind are at the forefront of medical science, the real brains in the field.
So, what is it that you think you've left behind? I mean, I'd be kind of scared to have a surgeon like you.
Ah, well, that's a little embarrassing, to be honest. You see, I was operating on someone yesterday. Standard thing, went in through the abdomen.
Sir, are you gonna be breaking confidentiality? Talking about operating on poor Sherlock?
But when I'd finished the procedure, I couldn't find my scalpel anywhere.
Oh no. Please, Sherlock, be okay.
What? Did he? Surely not.
Exactly, surely not, you say to yourself, don't you? Worrying, isn't it? That's what's been troubling me this whole time. Could I really have left my scalpel inside the fellow's belly? No, of course I couldn't. So, there you have it. Like I said, a little embarrassing, really.
That's one way of putting it. The other is manslaughter. Oof.
That's exactly my concern, and seeing as this case appears to be all but sewn up, I need to focus on trying to remember exactly what I've sewn up elsewhere. Now, I'm sure I made sure everything was back as it should be. Well, as sure as you can be without being sure.
I'm sure you need to be more sure.
Okay. I'm sure that will be important later. Right now, I don't know. Okay, you.
Hold it!
Sorry, radio transmission? What do you mean?
Are you from the Far East? Stop.
Yes, from the Empire of Japan.
All communication with Far Eastern nations used to take place by mail. Royal Mail steamers take more than a month to complete the journey.
Ah, but now we have the electric telegram, so we can send messages using electrical signals. Thousands of miles of cables have been laid along the ocean beds connecting the entire world. Thousands of miles of cable? On the ocean bed? Makes my head hurt just thinking about it.
You are well informed, young lady. Oh, she's so cute. But cables will soon become a thing of the past. Stop.
And just when I was starting to catch up.
Radio transmission is the future. Stop. Messages carried over airwaves to four corners of globe. Stop. Excitement growing. Stop. Atmosphere electric. Stop.
Right. Try not to wear out your fingers.
Man, you went from job to job very quickly, didn't you? Because you were like typing before and now you're doing this. Era of wireless telegraphy. Stop. Driving technological revolution. Stop. And people say inventions like the stereoscope are the height of technology. What utter piffle. I can't understand it, I really can't. They're just silly toys. Oh, let me look around. It's you. He looks angry, so let's pursue that.
Excuse me.
Juror number 3, sorry to interrupt when you're obviously fuming, but
What?
do you perhaps have something to say about juror number 5's last remark? As if I couldn't guess.
Oh, you bet I do. Say that again. Go ahead. Go on, I dare you. Goodness, are you talking to me?
I think he just might be, yes.
You think stereoscopes are just toys, do you, huh? Absolutely. I mean, really. A machine to view photographs in 3 dimensions? Why on earth would you not just use your eyes to look at the world around you? It's all 3-dimensional. What a great way to appease the man. No, I'm sorry. Stereoscopes are of no practical use at all. Uh-oh. You just don't know. Pardon? I think you'll find that viewing a photograph through a stereoscope can unlock all sorts of possibilities. I'm obviously going to have to demonstrate. What sort of possibilities? Well, take a crime scene, for example. If you had a pair of photographs from a crime scene that you could view through a stereoscope, it could reveal hidden clues you'd never even noticed before. What?
Have you got any, Bruno? Any prints we can look at with a stereoscope?
Of course we do. How about this print here? It should do the trick, I think. Well, obviously we've got this one.
Take that!
Alright then, juror number 3. Are you saying you can do this with any 2 suitable photographic prints? Of course I can. Very well then, I'd like you to demonstrate. I'd be delighted to. Just give me one more print and I'll amaze you all. Okay, we need another... crime scene... Am I crazy? No. I thought they had given us a whole bunch of, today's paper... No? Aw, man, did I screw up? Where's the other pictures? Oh, I don't know, I'm confused. Were we supposed to be given something? I don't think we have anything, you guys. Shoot, I screwed up.
Take that!
It's not this one. Wait, sorry? What do you mean, one more print? Oh dear, don't you have these in the Far East? Don't you know how a stereoscope works?
Bruno,
What?
you need 2 photographs for a stereoscope.
Yeah, but I thought we had the whole stack of them, the ones that Sherlock had taken. Yeah, I know. One for the left eye, one for the right. I get it, but... Oh yes, I remember now. But the print we have from the pawnbrokery is just a normal photograph. No, I think you'll find that the clue is in the name. It's a stereoscope, not a monoscope. You always need 2 prints. Thanks for the friendly explanation.
Ah. Well, if we obtain another print at some point later in the trial, we can always show it to this young man then.
Okay. Ho 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 ho! I think you'll find that know-it-all expression is really starting to annoy me. Okay. Let's get things back on track, shall we, Couts? Okay, I was worried that I was screwed there, but... Okay, I just don't have what I need yet. Whew! All we need is a shot from a slightly different location, and we can see it in 3 different... Okay. Later then. We already pressed... I don't think anything else is gonna come from that, so let's just press this. At least we know we can pit this guy against the woman, but let's press first.
Hold it!
Please tell me you're not villain Bolshevik. The Russian revolutionary. Revolutionary? Uh-huh, that's totally him, right?
Da, I believe there is such a rumor.
It's just a rumor.
As you see, I have unfortunate appearance. I look like wishes. Wishes. Criminal.
Your words, not mine. Just want to point that out.
People call me revolutionary, murderer, autocrat.
And which glove fits?
Good day, I am visiting London for sightseeing. I would like to take bus to Crystal Tower, please.
Oh boy. Right, that didn't sound staged at all. You'll forgive me for having my doubts.
To be treated like wishes criminal all the time, it is very painful. People do not realize. So I have much sympathies for these brothers. People say they are criminals only because of how they look.
Yeah, right.
The Skulkin Brothers? Come on, man.
Da, maybe they went inside pawnbroker's shop. But they have done nothing wrong. That is all what I want to say.
The Skulkin Brothers did nothing wrong that night? You idiot. Alright, well, first of all, that's one not-so-little misunderstanding I'll need to clear up straight away. Tell me something, Iris.
Huh? What is it, Rita?
The jurors are chosen at random from the inhabitants of London town, aren't they?
Yes, it's amazing, isn't it?
No. In that case, how is it that there's a Russian tourist sitting among them who looks for all the world like a revolutionary?
I wish I knew.
Stupid. If I can't change the minds of more than half of these 6 jurors, the trial will be over.
But we know that Jenny would never shoot anyone.
Yes, so we need to find contradictions in what these jurors are saying and pit them against each other. I must be ready to go to whatever lengths I have to convince them of Gina's innocence.
Okay, stop looking at that maid. Okay, we're gonna pit you against you.
Objection!
These 2 statements clearly contradict each other.
Good Lord, counsel, explain yourself.
Oh my statement. Contradictory.
Contradict. C-O-N.
Juror number 6, you've got the wrong end of the stick.
I do not have stick, I have mouse.
As juror number 2 said earlier.
Is this a new song? I think so.
When the Skulkin Brothers fled the scene on the night in question, they fired a shot from their revolver.
Yes, they shot poor Mr. Holmes in the abdomen, I understand.
Surely you're not going to tell the court now that you didn't hear.
Mm-hmm.
Abdomen. Abdomen. A-B-D.
Sir?
Sorry, my English is still learning.
You are telling the court you didn't hear?
Forgive me, I did not hear. Here is word. Abdomen, part of person's body containing stomach and other vital organs. If this is what you mean, you should say in plain English. I am Russian, not native speaker.
Yeah, which is why you shouldn't be on this jury.
Who thought it was a good idea to let this man be on the jury again?
So, you are telling me these brothers who look like criminals were lying? They said before, we never done nothing, but truth is they shot detective. Da, this is double negative.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Oh, the poor girls! Lying is wrong, especially when lie is said by a person who looks like criminal.
Coming from you, that seems surprisingly prejudiced.
This means when they said we never took nothing, maybe it was also big fat lie. Is this true?
Well, according to the police report, no stolen goods were found, so...
Enough! I trust no one now. You all die. Like, oh shit.
It's not the mouse's fault, though, sir. Please leave him alone.
I must see with own eyes. I must investigate crime scene myself.
Sir? With what jurisdiction, sir? Please take off the sunglasses. I'm kind of suspicious of you still. You're really shady. I'm afraid that won't be
Yes, it is, Bruno. Easily.
Sorry?
With the prints from Shirley's red-handed recorder.
Ah, yeah, the ones that I thought I had, but I actually didn't.
If you compare the print that pictures Ginny and the next print from half an hour later, you'll be able to see straight away if anything was taken or not. Cooey, Mr. Prosecutor.
Don't call me like that. Tut tut. Calling on the prosecution in the middle of a summation examination of all times. The print showing the accused threatening the victim after she broke into the shop is this one.
Yeah, we know.
Following this, the victim and the accused moved into the storeroom. Meanwhile, the Skulkin Brothers entered the shop and summarily heard the fatal gunshot ring out. Sadly, none of these events were captured on film. This is the print produced by the camera half an hour later after the brothers' flight.
Thank you. Now we have it. Okay. So something must have changed.
So this was taken after Shirley was shot then? As far as I can tell, nothing has been taken.
That does seem to be the case. I can't notice anything that's obviously missing in the second print. I think I noticed something though.
So the brothers who look like criminals told only one lie. They shot man, but they stole nothing.
It would seem so, yes.
Good.
No, not good.
You were right, I did not understand the situation. Now I know brothers have lied. I think it is very important to continue with trial.
Okay, at least he understands how to do that.
Yay! Well done, Reno. The balance is shifting.
Well, that's a start, I suppose. But there must be more in what these jurors are saying that I can use to expose the truth. And if I can do that, we just might turn the situation to our favor still. Thank you, Counsel. Continue with the summation examination. And kindly hand that new photographic print to the bailiff to be filed as evidence. Alright, post-shooting photograph. Another print in the court record. I wonder if we can make use of that. Yes, we can. Whew.
In Lake of Lies are many dead fish. We must find truth. Therefore I say not guilty verdict.
So what? You didn't want to change yours? I guess not. Alright. So, let's press on this again.
Hold it!
Can it really show up new clues, though?
Don't know unless you try.
How about this print here? It should do the trick, I think.
Take that!
Alright then, juror number 3. Are you saying you can do this with any 2 suitable photographic prints?
Of course I can.
Very well then, I'd like you to demonstrate.
I'd be delighted to. Just give me one more print.
Okay. And this one now.
Take that!
Alright, these 2 prints were both taken with the same camera and window banks on the night in question. Something does look different, I just saw.
Yes, I see. Tell me, Mr. Lawyer, do you know how stereographic images work? Whew. Do you understand the principle?
Yes, yes. Well, I think so. I did have a lesson only yesterday. Yeah. We don't need to see all this again. Right and left. Uh-huh. Okay. Blah, 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 blah.
Yes, exactly.
It's that small shift between certain objects in the 2 pictures that's really important.
So what happens if you use 2 photographs that are exactly the same, then?
No, obviously that wouldn't work at all. Not for seeing the scene 3-dimensionally anyway.
Oh. Oh! Of course, now I see.
Oh, I think the young girl has discovered the secret.
I have.
Can you uncross your eyes before you tell me?
Have another look at these 2 pictures from Shirley's camera, Bruno. Go on. Can you see that there's a really obvious difference between them?
Yes. The slight tilt in some of the objects, right? Oh, and I see the huge difference in the... What is that? The lantern? The lamp right there? Of course there is. There are 2 people in the first and no people in the second. Dude.
Well, yes, you could see that straight away, but now try looking at the pictures in 3 dimensions.
Alright, I'll give it a go. So to start with, you have to cross your eyes and then try to make the 2 pictures overlap exactly. Come on. I don't even need to do that to see that the lamp got broken. Let's see if by crossing my eyes I can make the quill pens from each picture overlap in the middle. Everything's a little off. Wait. Yes, the angle is off. I can tell without having to cross my eyes.
Well, did you manage to see it properly, Bruno?
Yes. Ugh. What's going on with these 2 pictures? Some of the things on the counter sort of jump out at you.
He's using the object. Yes, that's it, you see? That's the other amazing power of stereoscopes.
Other amazing power.
Is someone going to explain this black
Oh, sorry, wrong voice.
magic, eh? Why the deuce do some of the things on the counter seem to jump out at you like that, huh?
I think you'll find that if you consider the basic principle of the stereoscope, you'll answer your own question.
Basic principles of the stereoscope.
As I said before, if you try to look at two identical pictures using a stereoscope, it won't work at all. It's the slight shift in the positions of certain objects that lets you see pictures three-dimensionally.
I have to say this gimmick is, I see what they're trying to do, but it also feels like such a waste of time. When I wish there was another way we could prove that the objects got moved or shifted. You know what I mean? I'm not a fan, but if people like this, oh well. Hopefully it's just for this one case and that's it, you know? In other words, even though at first glance it seems the objects on the counter haven't moved at all between the two pictures, this shows that actually there must have been a slight shift in their positions.
Yes, there must have been.
Now hold fire there, sir. Got a reasonable grasp of this whole cross-eyed business now, I'd say. But why the devil does this shift between the two prints exist in the first place? Well, what's the answer, fellow? Come on, you're the cross-eyed master.
But me, I haven't the first idea.
You know, Bruno, it's quite simple.
It is?
Just think it through step by step. The first photograph was taken at 1 a.m. Then, 30 minutes later, the second photograph was taken. But the position of some items on the counter appears to have shifted slightly in the interim. So that means...
That means that sometime in the half-hour interval, someone must have tampered with the things on the counter.
Zookers!
Someone tampered! New information. Stop. Not mentioned in testimony so far. Stop.
Yes. We've had to go around in circles a little here, it seems. But I'm starting to see what I should be aiming at in this summation examination now. Ladies and gentlemen, the question now is clear. We know the items on the countertop were moved, but by whom?
Are you suggesting you might know?
Of course. I can tell you right now who is responsible for the almost imperceptible shift in the items on the counter. It was Sherlock. No. No, it wouldn't make sense for either Pop or Gina to do it. It has to be one of you two. I'm gonna point the finger. Oh, you're the older brother? Huh. I think I'm gonna point the finger at you because I want to.
Take that!
It was the witnesses currently in the stand, the Skulkin Brothers.
Wait. This does not agree with what brothers said in testimony before. They said they did not even have time to pull dukes from Lucy lockets. My phrase book says dukes is meaning hands, and Lucy lockets is meaning pockets. But is this another lie? Is this what you are saying?
Yes, I'm afraid so.
Now, hold on there a minute. You can't be sure of that.
I quite agree. The accused is a common pick purse after all. It's perfectly possible that she went through the things on the desk to see what she might steal. I think that's unlikely.
And why exactly?
As you can see from this photographic print, the defendant was pointing a gun at the victim. It would seem, as my learned friend indicated, that she was coercing Mr. Windibank to open the storeroom door. In other words, Miss Lestrade's interest lay within the storeroom, not in the main shop, giving her no reason to touch anything on the counter. All of which points to one thing. The Skulkin Brothers have omitted key facts in their testimony. Yeah, get 'em! Alright, but I think we're gonna have to leave that for next time. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this. And until next time, have a nice day. Bye-bye.